motherfucker. We got Arcane Kaze.
Hey, what's up?
We got Red Joe.
Yo.
We got Spider-Man Jones.
Yo.
Absolutely. Now I wanna I'm the first one. I'm your number one fan. Oh, we got some big shit planned for you, Ten. Oh, just shoot. Just shoot, wait. Anyway.
Number one fan.
Yeah. Number one fan indeed. We got some big shit for you. And you just sit there and wait. Yeah, bide your fucking time. You dumb motherfucker. Alright, so we got the tier list tonight. I'm gonna let you guys know. I got a couple of preambles. I got some words to share with the YouTube and the stream. We're not saying that anything in the highly competitive tier 1 spot will automatically beat anything below it. We're saying that these decks are the ones that will top consistently or have the best chance to top consistently. If you think in your heart that Pulsemon can beat the shit out of AncientGarurumon, which it can, we want you to prove that to us, right? Prove that to the whole community. Top will pulse. Prove these motherfuckers wrong. Prove these people wrong that are saying your deck sucks by winning. That's the only way you're gonna get your point across. You gotta win. And second, we're gonna get pretty heated tonight. This is the most decisive the Drakes have ever been for a tier list. We exchange some words, pleasant or otherwise, and it's gonna be a pretty spicy meatball tonight. So we're gonna start off. We're just gonna go down the line, dog. We got 4 sovereigns. Our Mr. Arcane Kaze, take it away, bro.
I'm up first. Well, let's see. This could. So just like with the past, I think 2 sets, are we kind of in agreement that tier 1.5 is still kind of in a melting pot type of state?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because normally 1.5 seems, I don't know, just generally tied in terms of like, yo, all of these decks are like very competent. They're just not as pub stomping as like, things in tier 1. I would put 4 sovereigns near the bottom, actually kind of middling 1.5 still, because it's like they still have what's that card, like ultimate Chaosmon and shit, and you can DNA partition out even Woomon and Vivalmon and whatnot. But also the aces that came out, especially like Paladin mode ace, look, it goes into the 4 sovereigns toolbox now. It could blast over a Zulongmon, Ebon, Woomon, and it could just like trash things and probably bottom deck your opponent's like trash. And that's gonna be pretty relevant in this set as well. Now, if we're talking ratios and stuff, you probably won't have to look out for it too much, but I mean, it's still something to look out for nonetheless. So yeah, I think 4 sovereigns is still in 1.5.
So here's what I think about 1.5 before we get into like discussing that. I feel like 1.5 doesn't mean that it's worse than the decks in tier 1. I would say that it takes a more competent player. It's like tier 1 decks are kind of
brain off
to play.
Brain off decks.
Almost anyone can pick it up and play it competently.
Yeah. So
I feel like
harder
1.5 is where the good decks that are harder to play go.
Yeah, that's good. I would say, piggybacking off of that, for the state that Davis are in right now, it's that plus just, deck building in general. I think a lot of the more experienced Davis players are gonna kind of still make this deck look like it's a gatekeeper for tier 1, to be honest. But if you're picking it up in this meta, it's going to be 1.5 because it's still going to be a learning curve with how things have shifted.
My only thing, as the only dissenting voice, the only reason why I personally put it at tier 2 is only due to the usage that we've seen from most competitive plays, because people aren't really showing that it can be that 1.5 deck, even though it does have the tools I just think giving maybe Imperial 7 memory to start with might just put you at the bottom of your turn.
That's a good point. Like if we're looking at like I'm not gonna hold you. If this was more so, all right, what are we predicting is gonna win like Evo Cups or more store regionals? I think I would just agree with that straight up because it's not getting a lot of representation. But I feel like most of the time, and this is kind of going into like what Judge Joker was saying about like players, because it's like, oh, you know what? Bet I'll go second as Imperial because it's like you're just gonna give me 7 memory, and then you give them 1 or 2 off of the option or analog youth, and then just start setting up after that. And sure, they can bot deck or start setting up again, but you can still push out a raising and just start digivolving normally, activate partition early, just do all of the nuance play stuff. So it's not, I would say it's too set in stone in terms of representation that I would put it in tier 2. But if we were going off of representation or weighing that more, I definitely see a case for that for sure. But I'm just going based off of like what the deck is and its potential just outright.
That's
So
fine.
now that brings up a debate. Are we going off of representation or are we going off power level of the deck?
Yeah, like I guess how much weight do we want to put on
This man can
for
set you to
this
1
list?
with that stupid option. That stupid option being a Deva is dumb. That's the tier 1 card in that deck. I'm not gonna lie, that's the stupidest card in that whole deck.
Yeah, that card is
Alright.
that card is like the glue. I don't want to say like the glue, but that card like helps that deck
That card
run,
is
bro.
busted.
That
I
shit
don't
is
wanna
like
say
card
the
is
glue,
that's
but it's the glue.
yeah, it's like the
The cheap
gas,
option-
dog, for the
The cheap
tank.
option is busted in that deck.
The fact that you can
That
bot
is
deck it
true.
off Fanglong is kind of insane, but the way I looked at these tier lists always was that we're rating the deck in the current meta, and we're using our experience as players to rate the deck as it is now with all the tools it has, right? Like, so in my opinion, I think the Devas is about a low 1.5 because even if you give them like 6 or 7 memory turn 1, they can ace you. Like Imperial can't deal with that ace yet because they have to do all of their effects first. So they can suspend you
What you
and like
mean? They could just go into Dragon Mode. They try to ace them, and then Dragon Mode will go the Fire Mode.
Would interrupt,
bot deck
yeah.
the ace.
so most Imperial players swing with Paildra, right?
Yeah, but a good one knows that, oh, he just set me up for ace. I'll just get rid of the stat.
Okay, we're not talking about good players. We're just talking about players.
So we're not
Okay,
talking about-
you're not talking. Yeah, we're talking
There
about
we
just
go.
players, bro.
That's
Just
not good.
just players, all right? Just regular people will
So I
more
would
than
say-
likely not know what the fuck Devas is because they probably came into the game at BT-16. They will swing with that Paildra. And everyone here knows damn well they will swing with that Paildra before anything. Before they even think about going into Dragon Mode. They
You know
will
what
swing
I
with
think
that
about
Paildra.
before I even go to bed every night? It's swinging a Paildra.
Swinging a Paildra, that's what they do. Swing Paildra, unsuspend. Swing again, go into Dragon Mode, unsuspend. This is tale as old as time, a song as old as rhyme.
It literally hasn't changed.
Joe
in
goes to bed
53.
every night and he's just like, oh, I can't wait for the weekend. I get to swing with Paildra.
I've never
God.
I've never not seen a fucking Imperial player go into Imperial and not swing Paildra. Never. No matter how bad they're about to get aced.
Bro, I've been doing that with the jamming Paildra since time, bro.
It doesn't make
No.
any
I've been doing this.
Now, I will say, to Spider-Man's point, though, in terms of a good Imperial player, even if they're not, like, let's say they're not a good Imperial player or whatever, I think that point, it works well for game 1. But the moment you know that I'm just going to consistently keep acing you, it doesn't really take high skill to be like, yeah, okay, I'm going to just devolve into Dragon Mode first. I think that's just common sense at that point, especially because at that point where you're probably going to, you're likely going to have more than enough memory to do that anyways. Now, granted, I think it's still gonna be kind of crazy if like they do that, and then it's like, all right, I'm a blast because I don't mind the source under it going to the trash because I'm about to Fanglong one. you, because now that's the next thing. Okay, I bait your fighter mode Ace early, so now I can play Fenglong by effect without having to worry about anything else, which is the other thing. Fenglongmon's not going to be affected by that anyways. Really, you're only scared of like Megadeths and stuff, so I mean, you know, that's just my 2 cents on it. I think it's still good to consider the decks at their best, and if we're considering them at their best, then I mean, we could assume the players are going to be good with it too. So it's good to like mention nuanced plays and things like that if they matter that much for a deck's placement.
And this is why I love our tier list, because I've been listening to tier lists all this week, and not a single one gave me that kind of information about Fang. And moving on to
you
second,
mean main, cherry on top.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, we're gonna move on to SatCon because we'll be here all night. We already talked about Fang for like 7 fucking minutes, so let's just fucking move on, bro.
Jesus, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, SatCon. Honestly,
Tier 2.
I'm thinking tier 2. It's kind
I
of
was
been
gonna say top
falling
of tier
off.
2-ish.
Yeah, it's been kind of
Like,
falling
kind of
off.
like the gatekeeper.
It's not going, like, SecCon's just never gonna go anywhere. And
Well, as long as they keep printing aces too, SetCon always just gets new options to play with. So it's like, all right.
Ooh, excuse me. All right, let's
Yeah,
move
but
on.
right now, I think
What's up?
Ancient Garou just, you know, the thing you would have sacked them with is in your hand now. So I guess that's another thing.
All right, we'll talk about that when we get. We'll talk about that when we get there.
You're right. You're right.
This is a yellow vaccine right here, with the Numemon and all that stuff. Armor vaccine, I guess we should say.
Armor vaccine.
Yeah.
Like
But
top
not-
of 1.5.
Top of 1.5. Yeah.
I think it fell off that much.
I just think it's.
Armor
I don't
vaccine
think it's
is
as good as the
awesome.
Vmon. I think the Vmon is better, and they have Flamedramon. I need that effing Flamedramon.
I don't know, Joe. Digivolving for free and then gaining memory and resources kind of just it's the way
Look.
to go for most cases.
They pay you to Digivolve up the line.
Yeah, I think like to Joe's point,
They all
maybe
have
it's
so many
not.
options and aces in their deck. That's all good for you. That's fine.
Yeah, and thing is, I think maybe even if it's not in the exact same place it was in Tier 1, I mean, I still think it's in Tier 1. Like, even if it's not
Oh,
as
it's
high as it
definitely
was
Tier
before.
1.
Yeah,
It's
because
Tier
like you
1,
guys will
don't get
say,
me
it's like, it's like, oh, would you like to pay your taxes? Yes. All right, here. Oh, okay.
It's like,
Like,
the,
that's still, that hasn't changed.
Armor vaccine isn't in a simple deck to play, and that's why I said 1.5. Because I feel like there's easier decks to play in the format.
armor vaccine is like Trump's taxes, bro. You don't really like see them going on, but you know they're there.
It's the IRS.
The IRS. Swear to
Yeah,
God.
you know it's about to happen.
I'm
IRS vaccine, bro.
I'm sure he paid for those I'm sure he paid his taxes, but why is he richer? All right, and real.
I could have sworn he paid to Digivolve.
I swear he
How
paid
did
the
he start
Digimon.
at 1 and go to 5?
All right,
And then
we
when you
got.
ask them how they got there, they're like, awakening.
All right, we got Numemon in like the top of tier 1, no question. Still
Yeah,
the
don't really need
easiest.
to even discuss it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just. Yeah,
Hit Uko, please. I'm tired of seeing Uko in every deck.
Just hit
I'm sorry,
Argomon.
people
Just
complain
hit
about
them.
Uko.
Just at this point, you could hit them both. I don't even care anymore.
I think people are just.
hit Argomon.
I think people are more so tired of everyone else complaining about like Nume as opposed to like this just like running around rampant everywhere, because it is everywhere.
It's
but
not even running around. Like, it's running around, but it's not topping. It's not winning as much as people make it out to be.
Make them
It's
have to
just
actually
annoying.
deck builds.
It's annoying to play against. That's
get rid of Argomon.
the thing. Nobody enjoys playing against it.
I think you play Uko right when you really want to win some packs that week at your locals. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of
play Numemon.
yeah, like
If you're playing
Numemon, dog.
Uko at locals,
I mean not
I
Uko, but
hope the locals jump you.
Nah, Nume.
really
I meant to
hope
say Numemon because fucking Lord knows
Same
Numemon is like
difference,
half
bro.
of it's like half of fucking Uko. But I mean, I see a lot of people
if
like.
if you're playing Numemon at locals, I hope that your locals jumps you.
Because it's just like, okay, I need to win. Let me just play Nume. And then even if you do that, you can still get washed because people have been fighting this deck for so long with their like pet decks. Like if they got like a Pocket Imperial or they're really good with just like heavy Leomon or some shit.
Look. The real reason why I need Nume gone, I want to take Crimson Blaze out of my deck. Honestly.
I guess you're just tired of it
I want to
being
use more better. I'm tired of having to tech for it.
That's terrible.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Oh, TK10, don't you worry. We're gonna get there.
Pretty format warping because you can't build a deck without taking into account Uko or Nume. You have to build with Nume in mind, and so then you have to run cards that aren't really necessarily good in other matchups, but you have to run them because Nume is running around.
Yeah. I also think that I guess honestly piggybacking on what you and Spider-Man said in terms of having the tech for it also kind of messes other decks up too, because it's like, okay, everyone's playing Digimon Emperor and now you're trying to play this fun deck but it relies on pushing 3s out and it's like, oh wait, my turn is going to get invalidated because you have 2 Digimon Emperors out because everyone needs to run that and or Crimson Blaze because Numemon still exists, So every other decks also catch indirect strays because of this meta warping thing.
And because that you
that
put those
us change how we build our decks.
And because you put those 2 Digimon Emperors in your deck, that fucking Davis player is going to end you. There's a 2 dead cards against David, bro. There's a 2 fucking
this
dead
is why
cards.
it's still 1.5, baby.
Play with a 48 card deck.
I killed the level 5. I draw.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Now I get to build you up.
True. Yeah,
And you just eat the Vmon players too.
Alright, how about
oh yeah, true.
I guess Lucemon. This is Lucemon control. I shouldn't even have thrown this shit in here. What is that like? EX24.
This is waiting
room,
right?
This is EX7 waiting room.
All right.
Yeah, it's waiting room for sure. Because once they get more pieces, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I've been seeing a lot of
the rest of the deck.
Lucemon's gonna be nasty.
Yeah, Lucemon's gonna be pretty solid. I've been seeing a lot of like Eosmon players.
Like yellow. And that's why it's in there. He just got a little too excited.
I've been seeing a lot of Eosmon players,
tired
bro.
of playing green.
A little bit. I can never really be tired of playing green. I'm tired of people talking about how I only play green though. That's what I'm more tired of that than anything else.
Dude, what green deck are you going for this format?
Oh yeah, I'm
know.
gonna tell you my Argo tech in a second, bro. I figured out how to make that deck at least halfway tolerable. But let's talk about Eosmon.
Let's talk about why Eosmon can de-Digimorph. That I just discovered that we were opened up pre-release packs.
Because it did it in the movie.
Yeah.
You're right.
If you watch the movie, a lot of effects make a lot of sense, bro. Swear to God.
Got you.
I would say it's like into competitive. I don't want to count Eosmon out. It's still
I'll say top of playable.
Top of playable. I can give it top of playable, bro.
You can play it. Could you compete with it? I mean, if you really try. Are you beating Uko?
I think Eosmon.
No.
I think Eosmon has a good chance from what I've been seeing in Japan. Like they figure out a way to compete. It just isn't as powerful or as consistent. But I'm going to say they finally got a somewhat decent deck now compared to BT6.
Yeah, it's like it's more competent. It's more pieces. It's more competent. They got better tools. The Tamer lockdown is pretty good. I guess decent. It's just like it's like
see.
It's like we gotta see for one, and it's like the only white deck in the. It's like the second, third white deck in the game. And D Reaper, right?
Yeah. D-Reaper.
So it has a lot of, against it because it's not really a color, And
you can't use any of the turbo tools.
That's exactly. There's not even a fucking memory boost for yellow. Like they.
White.
I mean, in white. My bad. Excuse me. In white, dog.
White memory boost.
There's no white memory boost,
the
bro.
the closest thing you got is like win rate, right? That's
it.
About it.
Yeah, that's.
Now it's blue card.
Blue card.
And blue card,
True,
I guess. Yeah.
true. I guess you could use the
think that-
plugins. I guess.
Yeah, that's true. I think with playing a bunch of tamers out and allowing your opponent to play tamers out for free, it's like, yeah, that's pretty damning. But I mean, I guess I don't know if you're going Eosmon Turbo Quartz. I don't know. Maybe there's something there.
Maybe
but,
there's something
I
there.
mean, you know.
Okay, Argomon is 100% keep it at local. Now, I'm gonna tell you why, and I think everybody already knows why. It doesn't have enough Argomons to trigger the super rare, obviously, but there's ways to.
Because the best one got hit.
The best one got hit, and also they didn't print anymore since the best one. They have like some stuff in BT2, and then they got some shit in BT5. And that's like it. That's it. And now we got the stuff now. We haven't got Argo support in over 10 sets. The best way, in my opinion, to play Argomon is you go the Alliance route with like the Lotmons and stuff. And then you can search them off like...
You're getting the real best way to play Argomon. The secret tech to playing Argomon.
What's the secret tech that I didn't even know about?
Us.
Don't. True.
No.
I'm not gonna tell people not to play a deck they want to play. If you want to take some bullshit Argomon, the fucking Nats dog, do it. Please top. Please top.
Please scrub out, log it, and let us know your journey.
But don't if you scrub
everyone's-
out, don't drop though. Please don't fuck up my record.
Nah, here's the thing though. I think everyone's missing the true thing for Argo.
There's a
and
true,
it's
true
literally the best. There's the best green engine that you introduced to us, Captain. It's Gotcha Green. Come on now.
I mean,
Easy.
Oh yeah, true.
Yes, sir.
Izzy and Mimi.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there you go.
you can do anything you need to do. All right, how about that? All right, how we feeling
So
about
long as it's at a locals, bro.
So long as it's at a locals, dog. How we feeling about Rave?
Oh, I'll step up.
Oh shit.
It's somewhere between keep it at locals, some waiting room, and playable. It's in all three of those categories.
2.2.
It's Schrodinger's tier, like
It's waiting for Bandai.
Waiting for Bandai.
waiting for Bandai.
They gave us a card to suspend. I'm glad it lets you tuck in the sources so you can reactivate your effects again. But why am I fighting you when you haven't given me piercing yet? When you haven't given me DP buffs yet? And my burst mode is still trash.
You know what they should do? I know this doesn't make any fucking sense, but they should let that Keenan Matrix into a goddamn Rave mod, bro.
I'll take it.
Like, why not?
No.
Well, it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with fucking.
Or give me like more purple cards with the bird and vaccine trait because you gave all the good shit to red.
And green.
But why?
And you're making me green.
Why is it purple green though? That's my question.
For the
Because
go ahead.
I guess the green Pinamon. That's the only other thing I can think of for BT6. You can just build green now. They're trying to make Greymon. I don't know what they're gonna do with this deck.
Bandai,
probably
please.
doesn't even know.
I need answers.
I thought
Bandai, please.
I thought they were
I'm looking at Mirage get their
I thought they made the Pinamon. I thought they made the Falco like half green because the new bird shit coming out in the X7.
look. Be that as it may. Be that as it may. I just want to know if all my effects trigger outside of battle. Like I don't get it if I die by battle. Why are you making me fight people?
Look, you just got a Matrix.
That's
They just gotta make they just gotta make a Matrix fucking Ravemon, bro.
Look. Put it at keep it at locals. Someone gonna figure out some songs. We'll bump it up to playable.
All right, is it beating Argomon 100%?
Fuck yes, 100%. I'll probably get Eosmon too.
Alright, here's another tier 1 deck here with Imperialdramon, right? I mean, like, I keep calling this shit Imperialdramon because I keep forgetting about Imperial. Like, obviously,
You don't need Imperial.
you don't even need Imperial, dude. And the option...
You
They have that new trap card option that just lets you when it will be destroyed by battle, which was one of its biggest weaknesses.
Yeah, it's like, so when one of your Digimon with the free trait would be deleted other than by one of your effects, you could activate the delay, and you could just Digivolve it into an Imperialdramon from your hand without paying the cost to prevent that deletion.
Yep.
Oh, you sidestepping up your line.
It's DVD, dog.
And this is what
Doing a flash.
And this is
what Bleak, a flash step.
I don't remember what card it was exactly that told me that this designer came from Yu-Gi-Oh! But if anybody had any doubts before,
Anubis.
Honestly, bro, if anyone had any doubts before that these cards came from fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! This designer came from Yu-Gi-Oh! That is some Yu-Gi-Oh! Ass shit. Oh, I'm about to lose? Okay, I'm gonna just basically negate your battle and then gain advantage from it. Oh, and also activate.
Mastemon ACE.
Yeah, that too. That too. So, shit.
I know we all agree he just cooking too hard.
He's cooking entirely too hard.
He is really cooking. He's straight cooking.
How y'all feel about fucking Crimson Ace?
Spider-Man, I believe this is your forte again.
I'll step in with him. I love this card.
All right. So we finally got a good card that actually matters. The problem is we were supposed to get a second good card to go alongside it, and we can't get it till December.
Hold on.
Digimon?
I kind of like some of the new line. I do like the new
The new line is great.
The new line is good.
We just missing that ace before the actual ace, and that ace was supposed to help us clap back on the 5. So, we lost a lot of defensive and recovery, but I would say Gallant is still good. I think if you build it towards like really mid-range, you'll do good. The only problem is like you really need a new line to kind of buff up your stuff, because when you're fighting Imperial, with that new option, they'll just go into a fire mode and not deck you. And I don't really think. Honestly, I'm gonna be here to say I think Crimson Savior is trash. It's the worst delay option.
not good.
It's the worst out of the three. I think.
Or at least tied with the
because-
Shine one, bro.
Unless you're playing the Diva player, who's playing a level 5 off rip?
Yeah.
So
Greymon.
Greymon.
It's you.
Greymon, he's not wrong, bro.
He's not wrong, but you're not right at the same time.
Damn.
Gallant,
Now that I think about it.
Gallant, I can see it as highest potential being the bottom of competitive. It's highest potential. But if y'all
I
disagree,
agree.
it could just be the gatekeeper for playable.
Thank you, Tubbs, for the subscribe with the Prime. 3 months going. Let's fucking go. I'll give you a pre-release pack at Castle, bro, for resubscribing. I don't know what to make of Gallant anymore. First come, first serve. I don't know what to make of Gallant anymore, honestly. I really don't. At the same time, I don't know why that noise popped up so late. At the same time,
Gallant can just slowly creep up and punch you straight in the face, or he could just sit there and you'll be like, "What the fuck was that?" Bro?
Gallant
He's like, "I don't know."
I think
needs shit and trash to shit on the trash. You get what I'm saying? It's like it needs.
I get what you're saying.
It needs specific things to.
I'll tell you the real problem with the deck.
It's too inconsistent with the support.
The problem is the deck gets really choked in racing. You have too many good level 4s that have Wind Digital effects that you can't trigger. So you have to commit a second body to the field and then use that body to get your Wind Digital, either playing Tocado, popping a body, milling. But you have no good main effect for a level 4. You can't just sit on a level 4 unless it's the start of that ground line that gains you in memory. But most people are phasing that out. And that's the second problem with Gallant. It became too much toolbox. The BT9 stuff doesn't really work anymore with the deck. The EX4 stuff is good, but it doesn't have the right name, so you can't use it for your Matrix plays. And then the BT-12 is just either too good or not the right time to use it, so you're always trying to figure out the right way to build it. The deck got too much options, and unfortunately, Bandai kind of just need to
pick a route
at the wall to kind of figure out, because you can't use all the old effects, but it's like Gallant Toolbox at this point.
Yep, it has the Greymon problem.
It's just
one thing I do really like about the new Gallant is that kind of blitz protection you get, where it's like,
that is
while
nice.
you're blitzing, it's like, okay, you have less than 0 memory. All right, your opponent's specs just don't matter. So you're like a walking ADP on a boss monster while you're blitzing, which is super easy because of the Staccato. And I'm like, that's really good. It's like, it's just like, oh, you're gonna ace me? I dare you.
If only it
I love
lasted
that.
throughout the turn.
Yeah. And my thing about it, the fact that it gives you 3k DP and blocker twice while you're attacking and Digivolving is good, but you have to, in order to use the BT-17 War Ground time to spend, you have to pop something with effect. And the only way to pop something with effect is either security or your opponent triggers an effect on their own field and pop it, or you go into that phase. But it's like, what Gallant needed isn't blocker, they needed a redirect.
I can see that.
That way it didn't matter.
Oh, you know, actually, Spider-Man, do you think that Gallant's, like, for wherever we place it on the list, do you think it gets bumped up a little bit within its tier once the starter decks come out? Because I think, like, because won't Zafajimon and, like, the Shumon stuff, like, they'll have, like, a lot of stuff in terms of, like, oh, I'll block, get suspended, and I unsuspend, and then you do something or whatever, and having that protection while you're attacking, I think, could be relevant. I mean, I could be wrong, but is that accurate to say, or?
Look, I don't know what's the best Gallant. It could be the BT-12. It could be the BT-17. It could be something else. All I know is the deck is really lacking direction at this point because we're missing the ace card that we use to set up for future plays. Because we could have just left it at a war route and play a Staccato. The new Staccato we got is amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
I agree with Spider-Man.
Gallant,
just to wrap it up so we can move on. Gallant is just it's just spread too thin, dog. They just this is the problem with having multiple fucking designers throughout the years. It obviously there's different people that had different visions for Gallant, and then they just couldn't finish it. That's kind of the position we're in. So I think it's fine and competitive. And then I think it's fine and competitive. We'll see in the next set if they give Gallant any support. I know we got some like Sakuyamon stuff and some like Justimon stuff. Maybe we'll get a new Gallant
and Mega Gargo stuff.
Yeah.
We got team support.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a new Gallant X line. Who knows? We'll see. How we
Gallant?
No, we're getting a new medieval Gallant and a WarGreymon ACE.
That's something, I guess.
You heard it here first. His cousin works for Bandai.
How we feeling about Royal Knights? What is that? Playable?
It's playable.
That's playable.
Yeah.
Demolish is the better version of it.
The better version of it, yeah.
I guess it's better than Eosmon. I don't know. It could go either way. I'm gonna put it there. It's definitely better than like Setcom.
Was Eosmon?
Eosmon doesn't have anything to do Digivolve on it. They don't play that many tamers.
It'd be cool to see like a level 5 Eosmon like fight a bunch of fucking Royal Knights. That'd be kind of sick. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I can see Brawl Knights be the top of playable. It plays her body, so Zekrom literally has to remove each turn to get rid of it.
Yeah, I think it'll just outpace Setcon. Literally just playing dudes every turn. How we feeling about birds?
Competitive.
Yeah.
I'm putting
Someone
it.
finally did it. They topped with it.
I've been saying,
Good
dog.
job.
Yeah, good job to that guy. And I've been saying, birds is not a bad deck, dude. It's just It's just a lot of
It's a
I
red
just
problem.
need better players.
yeah. It's not easy to play.
No, that's no. If we want to say Yu-Gi-Oh, that is definitely the Yu-Gi-Oh deck of this game.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There's so many interactions, dog. So many interactions. All right, Mr. Arcane Kaze, we got this Metal Greymon from Blue Flare here. Take it away.
Oh yeah, Blue Flare.
Yeah.
1.5 suit because turns out, look, see, I was telling you guys, someone actually topped with it. It got like top 16 in the store region, guys. It's possible. No, but all jokes aside, Captain, you made a good point earlier, actually. When it came to a deck like this against something like AncientGarurumon or something, where it's one of those decks that doesn't really mind getting anything bounced. It's like, okay, you bounced my Metal Gray, congrats. I'll just Kyria and Nene the sources from trash and do it again. Like I'll just still keep tearing through your security. So I mean, yeah, it's definitely still a deck that can be fast enough. It's an Uko abuse deck, so that just makes it even faster. And I think the top end, it is truly a template of templates. AncientGarurumon could be used in this technically. You could just digivolve over the Metal Gray. We technically also have access to the Paladin Ace now. Once there's a level 6, you could have Diaboromon. You could just overflow even more with Alphamon Ace. The usual.
Yeah.
I would just put it in 5, probably above Gallant. And then most of the stuff that goes in 5 is gonna, it's probably just gonna be in the dead center of it near the end of this.
Of course.
Blue Flare doesn't have a top end, so it just takes everybody else's top end.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Blue Flare is like the
100%.
best. Like,
Mr. Steer Your Girl.
Yeah. Honestly, when your face is that,
What was this?
look,
it's like
when
the
your face
best
is that
engine.
stunning-
Flare?
Oh, you said what, Spider-Man?
I said, what was it? Whenever you need to test a car, you just build Blue Flare underneath it.
Basically, yeah.
That's
When you need
funny.
to test like a blue boss monster, build Blue Flare underneath it, be like, yo, wait, this kind of slaps. Kazuhamon first came out. All right, bet. Hold on, let's see this. Ooh, I can play a Blazing for free,
All right, we're throwing Mirage and highly competitive, right?
Yeah, fuck yes.
I would. Yeah.
Hey.
I hate Mirage so much.
Like,
All my homies hate
Probably right
Mirage.
next to the other Magna deck, whatever
When-
it has.
okay. Let's just take a brief time to talk about why the BT-11 Mirage needs to go. Like,
Just put it to one.
we
They
need
can have one of them. They can have one.
we
It
need
makes
to
playing
get
the
rid of
game
that.
harder.
It makes playing the game harder. Like, you're not. It's kind of like fucking. What's that deck that got the Impmon hit? What the fuck is that dude's name? Beelzemon. It's like Beelzemon.
Beelzemon.
You're not
It
losing.
literally is.
You're not losing to the plays. You're losing to game mechanics. It is worse. It is way worse. But you're losing to game mechanics. Not even the deck. It's like, damn, man, you hit a searcher out of my security. You're going to game memory.
So when I was playing against Mirage on our last big tournament, my opponent dropped a Zudo that I couldn't do anything about because it's just a level 5. But I knew that's going to turn to a BT-11 Mirage, and it was nothing I could do about it. So he built up another stack, went to BT-11 Mirage, and then I was like, okay. He print memory. He went to Burst Mode. He's swinging. Burst Mode is also a problem too, but not as much as BT-11 Mirage. He goes into, once he runs out of like unsuspense, he just digivolves that Zudo into a BT-11 Mirage, takes the security away, gains memory, puts another card in my hand. Now Burst Mode can swing for another check.
It's so stupid, bro. It forces you to do the best thing in card games, and that's draw. I don't know what else to. It's just dirty.
It punishes you for playing the game.
Yeah.
And even if you play around it, if they hit something like a tamer that searches out of security, you get punished for that too.
I'll never
Yeah.
forget.
I could play a perfect game where I don't allow you to do any of your effects, and then the minute you swing into security and hit a tamer that searches top 3, I get punished for it.
Like
And
you're
matter of fact,
sack yourself.
You can't run floodgates around it like memory blockers to negate their effects because they bounce them. and then they gain the memory after.
They gave the memory.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, nice floodgate. Have a bounce it, gain the memory off of bouncing it.
That shit broke my heart when my Terrier got bounced and then they gained 3 memory. I wanted to cry, bro. Oh man, Mirage is just toxic. If you want my honest opinion, I think Mirage is more toxic than fucking Numemon. Numemon is toxic too, but Mirage is just like dirty. It's like
It's dirty.
it's just a dirty deck, dude. It's just a dirty
You
fucking
can have
deck.
one
just
dirty
have-
card.
they
You
can
cheat.
have-
You can have one.
It doesn't even matter what the stack is. They can have 2 inherited jamming and still OTK you. It just doesn't
It's
matter.
wild.
All right, the most.
That's another thing. They also have just too much inheritable jamming.
It
Yeah,
was-
you can slow down the
Mhm.
blue jamming, Bandai. I'm not gonna lie. I think there's a good healthy amount where if they want to tech it in, they can tech it in.
It's like almost every black rookie has fucking reboot on it. I'm like, what am I going to? I already got like 8 other fucking rookies with reboot. I don't need another one.
So, just for speculation before we move on, if the BT-11 Mirage does get a hit, Mirage will have the deck that got 2 hits. What other deck has gotten hit this much? To calm down the meta.
Green, technically, I guess. Well, not really to calm down.
Yeah.
Well, HPD and Argo, right?
And
No, but
Blossom.
That's a
the
color, though. Yeah.
What deck has got hit twice by the ban list?
I got Melga, I guess.
Oh, Melga.
Yeah.
Melga has like 3.
3, right? 2
Yeah.
Gabus and the promo
yeah.
wear.
Yeah.
It's always the blue dog.
No,
Blue
but-
Dog's wrong, dude.
Yeah. I was about to say,
I don't know how to build a blue dog without it being broken.
Dog. If I
even
could,
when the blue dog isn't blue, it still gets hit because it's purple. Dog got hit.
dog.
Like,
If,
bro.
I wish I could go back in time when we're like driving home from locals, and I'm like, oh man, I hate Melga, bro. I hate Melga so much. And I could just be like, TJ, you don't even know. There's something way worse on the fucking horizon for you, bro. There's something way worse than Melga on the horizon.
I'm TJ from the future, bro. You don't understand. There's a worse blue dog.
Blue dog, and it's in 2 sets. It's in
2 fucking sets.
And you know the crazy thing, when BT-11 came out and the Mirage was for $8 and I picked up 3, I'm like, this was a good buy. And then Burst Mode came out, I'm like, oh, I should have got the 4th copy.
It's like, and it's one of
Okay.
each, and we'll move on. But it's also like super cheap to build. Like fucking BT-11 Mirages are only like what, $6? It's fucking crazy. You can build that shit for $50 and then mollywop people at locals.
You can just, you can spend $50, get first place in the regional.
Literally. Now here's a deck that costs $600 to build. Mastemon, where we put Mastemon at.
Bottom of playable.
Imagine paying $600 just to be alright.
It's like a. I look at Mastemon like a strip club, bro. You spend the money. Listen to what I'm about to say, and it'll make a lot of sense.
Let him cook.
Yeah,
Let him cook.
okay.
Spend the money to look at the bitches, bro.
Yeah, you drive. Listen to what I'm about to say. You drive an hour. You're not really telling anybody where you going because you're kind of ashamed to let them know if you're insecure. You drive an hour to get to the spot. You spent about $400 to $500 at the spot around about to play with the $400, $500, right? And then you don't really feel too good because you're not really having a lot of fun because everybody else spent less money and got further than you. And then you're just driving home and you're like, kind of like, well, at least I got to look at the $400, $500. You get what I'm saying? A little bit. You see where I'm driving at? It's like, it's just.
That's quite the metaphor.
It's just,
I'm gonna go back to my version and say you just like to spend the money to look at the bitches. All right, next.
All right, next. Mr. Sazika wanted me, bless his heart, to put Alt Force in competitive, and I honestly think it's a pretty competitive deck. It's kind of like a fair Mirage.
What? Oh, of course.
See, the reason why Alt Force is doing so good is because one person just figured out how to make it work.
How they make it work?
I mean,
They
it
just
also
figured
has
out. He's the
new
only.
hybrid engine. The new hybrid engine works well with UlforceVeedramon because UlforceVeedramon don't care what the tamer is. He just cares that it's a blue tamer.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Who was it at the top? Martin Lee? I think that was his name. Just every time Mirage Ulforce stops, it's usually done.
We'll put it.
Shout out to Ulforce.
Shout out to Ulforce.
UlforceVeedramon hybrid is actually topped like 2 or 3 times over in Japan.
Ooh.
I plan to put it together myself and play around with it. I think there's something there. It can be somewhere in like the middle of competitive.
You put it in the middle of competitive.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like fair Mirage, I would say.
It's a Mirage
It's
that
get ready for
it's factory.
No, it's basically like we're Mirage, but we also might get Ace, so we're ready for that.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Mirage. You can never Ace Mirage.
Nah, that's just gonna. No, don't do that. Fuck is this? I think this is what's this? The blue chicken thing? Yeah, this is the blue chicken thing. This is
It's just bluefish.
Bluefish. What's the EX7 waiting
It's
room? Birdfish. EX7 waiting room.
Listen, what they waiting for?
I don't know. We're gonna switch to fucking Argomon, bro.
Excuse me.
Argomon.
One more time.
Argomon.
Guramon.
Argomon. So what are we putting? Quack.
Yeah, Demon Lords.
We're gonna put Gachumon at.
Probably top of competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Also, competitive isn't really ranked. Let's just say that right now. That's just an amalgamation, really, of like a lot of decks that do one thing,
100%.
and that's beat down everyone else below them.
Yeah.
For the most part. But I honestly think Eosmon can 100% beat Agumon, bro. No cap.
Well, we'll see it.
We'll see it.
We'll see gameplay vids.
Yeah, let's get some gameplay videos of that going. How we feel about
Can you just say Guramon?
I can't pronounce that word. Shut up. How we feeling about Ragnar, dog? I am gonna be honest. Personally, I slept on Ragnar.
It's good now.
It's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, we all did.
What is that?
We? Who's we?
Everybody but Mr. Arcade.
Anyways, you're 1.5.
He showed me the way with that shit.
Are we speaking French?
Put it right under.
Yeah, you're right.
Sovereigns.
Right in the middle, right next to Blue Flare. Yeah, that's the name.
Yeah.
Sovereign. I'm glad you.
I would honestly, I would put it like right
I'd put it right
below
below
or
Sovereign.
above Sovereign.
Oh, yeah.
I'd put it below Sovereign. Yeah.
It's really
Yeah,
good.
Ragnar cooks, and it's only gonna get better once Garnet Memory Boost comes out. It's gonna be really good.
Oh yeah.
What you mean? You mean the Greymon option?
The Greymon option.
The Greymon option.
He's not wrong.
The
man.
Greymon option with the legend arms printed on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Then again, funny
It's
enough.
fucking off-white Greymon.
Then again, funny enough, a lot of the legend arms pieces can be teched into everything else because you could just tuck them under.
Yeah,
Greymon.
They are legend arms.
Yes.
Greymon has the legend arm.
literally. We got Pulse here, who's ready to rank.
All right, go off, Joe. Show us the way.
All right, bro. Pulse. All right. So there's a lot of ways you can build Pulse. FYI, right now. So if you're going like the
That's not
Fenry route,
BT-17.
trying to OTK someone, I would put it like probably just under like Blue Flare, and then top of playable, I would put just Pulsemon, where Pulsemon is, because if you're just going like kind of not pecking into Fenry unless it's just your level 7, Pulsemon can do some effing work if you actually know how to play the game. Pulsemon's dope right now, I'm not gonna lie. I've really enjoyed Pulsemon. You have a lot of little techs for the meta because the 6s all have their own, or the level 5s, I mean, all have their own little effects, so you can kind of do what you need to do. They're on play and like Digimon. Pulse is good. Pulse is good.
And let's not forget
Which
about
one do you
that
have?
BT-17.
Are you doing like the
Alphamon.
OTK version, the 17, where people are trying to throw the Fenry down and do shit? Or throw the Kazuchi down and do shit? I would probably put it right there where you have it.
And let's not forget about fuck, I lost my train of thought. That Boutmon, that BT-17 Boutmon.
That Boutmon is disgusting.
That joint is
That
so
Boutmon
toxic, dude.
is so good. You literally
And
can
you
just
give
sit
it
there.
barrier, so you protect yourself from it, so you can trash your security yourself to activate the effect to go into a Kazuchi or the Kazuchi off of it, because that's the one you can go into. So yeah, bro,
Like, you could literally sit there and dare them to try to remove you, and if they do, bless their heart, you just go into a level 6 for free, regardless of how much security you have left, and then you just
I had
get a
a few
bunch
games
of
where I
stuff
had
from there.
like what 2 level 6s out, and it was like, what the heck is happening right now?
And it's surprisingly easy to do. Like, every time you deal with it, it's almost like fighting Indomitable, except you're not limited to deletion. It's just, okay, are you getting removed by an effect, period? Yeah. All right, I'll get rid of the security and punish you for it. Like, it's really
Yeah,
good.
if you're going the whole climb on route and find out hard to play the thing, the DNA, yeah, it's probably right there where it is. That deck is good. And their 7 is crazy.
Oh yeah, the
swing,
Takamina Zuchi thing.
Trash their own security to trash yours, and it's not once per turn. Bro, that's nasty. You're gonna unsuspend because it's pulse.
How we feeling about Greymon?
Yeah, that
Joe?
shit's good. I guess that's top of playable. Which one? Is this red?
It don't matter. Just Greymon.
I just put it at top of playable. Look, you can OTK with the 17 different variations of Greymon. Greymon can do what it needs to do. It just has to search it and find the pieces. If it finds the pieces, you get to look at them and go, damn, that was a cool game. You want to go game 2? Go, yeah. But then it's just Greymon. It'll do its thing where you go, damn, this is cool. Where the F are my 5s? Oh, 3 of them are in security. All right, cool. You want to go game 3? That was fun.
They should let all the Greymon pieces just be allowed to just be played out of security.
Bro, bro, we need to talk about Tyrant. Never mind.
All right,
Keep going.
Keep going. All right. So Bunnies. Bunnies is interesting. It's not bad, but it's not good either. It's kind of like in the middle ground right now. It has the blessing of Armor Purge, which is pretty nice. I would say like
Bottom of 1.5.
Yeah, I would say like the
Or actually, is it probably right above Bird? Actually, right above down.
I'd say
because they can lock you down.
Yeah.
Lock you down.
The Mega Gargo is still pretty fierce. It's like the top end is pretty good, but the bottom end is just
and
like,
the Rapid X is still good. If they
Rapid
swing,
X is still good, dude.
okay.
I think the issue is, and the Willis
so
kind of
good.
helps out now, that it just lacked DP. Really like that. But now they have that new starter main phase Willis where you can just give something 2K. I think it's 2K. So it's pretty.
Put
it's
it
pretty
right.
solid.
It's dope.
Probably just under Ulforce, maybe.
Yeah, I would say like right there, honestly. Even Spider-Man was like, nah, man, you gotta, TJ, you gotta play the fucking Tanemon, bro. And that Tanemon was putting in work, dog. And I was like, man, I need that draw, though. Then he has like a 17K dude.
Will's game.
Like, damn, this Tanemon is good. It's so good. We got a Alliance. This is a deck I kind of fucking slept on a little bit. This is like
Honestly,
the second Yu-Gi-Oh deck right here, bro.
If we're gonna be for real, I think Alliance now with the TyrantKabuterimon ACE is kind of better than regular Bunnies because they can spell more Bodies than Bloom.
They really can. You talk about chain link and I'm a motherfucker, bro. I was playing a dude on the sim. He looped that goddamn Wendigomon like 6 times in one turn. It was kind of nutty.
Passing that motherfucker already.
Dog, it was pretty nutty. I put it about there. It's kind of insane. People keep sleeping on Alliance. Nah, man, Cherubi Ace is a hell of a card, but I don't know, playing a Lusamon for free and then swinging like 31K. Magna can't block that, dog. I swear. How we feeling about Alpha? Alpha got a little bit of support.
Yo, I heard Alpha got top 68 out of store regionals recently. That shit was crazy. I put it like,
Who did
I
that?
don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2 places above Blue Flare for real. I put it like right below Tower Ragnar. Shit.
Look,
Hey, thanks for the follow. 3 Paths Gaming and TK10. Love y'all. Go ahead, sorry.
the thing about Alpha is it's a single stack deck that kind of guides to like basically filling your OTK. From when I was playing it, my biggest issue was Imperialdramon because it doesn't let me unsuspend, and you need to unsuspend for the OTK. But the deck can put it work. You can get high with alpha. You can be 23k easily with alpha with super guard punches, plus all your inheribles that you be tucking. The problem isn't the DP or the set checks anymore from what I played and understand with it. The problem with alpha is that it hasn't changed since BT-9 in terms of its playstyle. It's building up a big stack, go into your boss monster, swing a bunch of checks, unsuspend, and still on blocker. That's pretty much what the deck is. You can for all the purple and black decks, you can just literally just sit pretty on Origomon and just be protected. You have DP minus, so you're not really scared of any of the yellow decks, really. Numemon can melt through you, though. They can just over DP minus you if you can't handle them. But in terms of like coverage, Alphamon has a lot of like, it can just OTK you, and people who don't remember BT-9 should know that sometimes you just can't stop it.
Yeah.
I can say don't sleep on alpha, because a good Alphamon player will just set up and memory chuck you each game until you get a memory setter out, because they can just play cool boys and trainings and rookies and put you at 1 or 2 memory so you can't make your plays. And then the moment you get the 1 or 2 memory, all of a sudden they're at 8 and you get OTK.
I think alpha is kind of like alt force in a way, or like a lot of the a lot of the 1.5 decks where they're not as like flexible as the tier 1 decks or whatever, but it all depends on the pilot, right? That's what Joe was kind of getting at with Pulse, right? Pulse can fuck you up if you're a good pilot. Alt Force can fuck you up if you're a good pilot. Birds can fuck you up if you're a good pilot. And I think the same can be said for Alpha. If you're a decent Alpha pilot, you can run through majority of the stuff, or at least confidently go against and box the stuff in tier 1. So maybe we can
BT-13 Alpha.
BT-13 Alpha is a goddamn one of the best floodgates in the goddamn game, bro. What would you say? It's like above or below birds? Hello?
I'd put it above birds.
Okay.
It's got the anti-destruction that it needs.
I'd put it above bunnies.
I was gonna put it above Gallant, actually. Like, I was gonna put it more towards the middle.
I was gonna put like
Pro.
Force, like right under Force.
Yeah.
That's fair. I was thinking that, but I didn't want to do it. I'm a little insecure.
The deck only really loses to itself.
Yeah. I mean, alright, here it is. This is the moment everybody's probably been waiting for. Alright. AncientGarurumon / Blue Hybrid.
Alright, get your guns out.
Alright.
We gotta settle this like Drake.
Okay. Who's gonna say what we want to say first? You get what I'm saying?
Oh, which side?
All right, I will say, I guess I will say my opinion, and then you guys can say your opinion, and we'll try to keep this as civil as possible. Now, chat. Let me give chat and YouTube some context. The Drakes are very split on the placement of the Ancient Garuru deck. Half of us think it's meh, the other half think it's really good. I am on, personally, the side that it is meh. And I've been fighting the deck and playing the deck for a couple weeks now, and I honestly, it's been randoms on Sims. I honestly think that if you're a solid pilot, you can fuck up the average player. But if you don't know what you're doing, you could easily lose. Like 100% easily lose, right?
Cough, cough. Feels like every other blue meta deck.
Cough, cough. I honestly think in my heart of hearts Ancient Garuru, and 10 said it a little bit best just now. Ancient Gray is better than Ancient Garuru. Ancient Garuru is 1.5.
10 always think Ancient Gray is the best deck.
I think it's 1.5. I'm willing to put it in highly competitive, right? For the sake to keep the peace. But I honestly don't think it's better than any, like, Mirage? Are you kidding me? Like, I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. I don't know. I think Mirage is way worse than goddamn Ancient Garurumon. Like, Ancient Garurumon is like, oh, they bounced my rookie. Oh, no. Oh, they made me draw, like, my security. It's like, fuck. I can't afford Mirage. I literally can't afford to have rookies out. Like, I can't. These rookies have to die or turn into bigger dudes. It has to. They have to just not exist when I'm fighting Mirage, bro. So that's our side thing. Now there's going to be a rebuttal from the other side now. So go ahead and rebut other side, Drake. Go ahead. Say what you say. Shoot your shot, kid.
We've already had a format where Blue Hybrid was the terror for 3 formats. They've gotten more consistent pieces. They can now use the red engine, which a lot of the JP lists were doing, so that they have access to Crimson Blaze to deal with Numemon and other decks that go wide. On top of that, you've got the red floodgates, Gatsumon. If you're feeling spicy, you can run what's that, Solarmon?
Solar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you also run the obvious Uko package. So you're running 3 of the best engines in the game in one deck. It's got answers to every meta deck in the top tier, and it's blue. Come on, when is blue not good?
Secondly,
Yeah, it's the same as the other blue decks. It's gonna swing 1,000 times. It's gonna bot deck some shit. And now it just has red. I get you. I'm with you.
Secondly, I can't say for TJ experience. I wasn't testing with him when he made this discussion or opinion about Ancient Garuru. I can say this though: Ancient Garuru bouncing your security isn't a win Digimon effect. It's a your turn. You can trigger that multiple turns, and you can just drop him for 4 memory. I'm just saying, the card and the deck, hybrids are kind of like a deck where you can't just interact with, because there's not very that much tamer interaction, really. We have more now, but they just gave blue hybrid and other hybrid decks a way to recur tamers from the trash and play them for free now with the new option. So now you have a card that you could just play, bounce a rookie, bounce a security. Dude, you can literally promote Garurumon, warp into an ancient while they have 1 security left, bounce a rookie, and swing for game. Completely side gaming that. And even if you manage to keep turn before that, you can just swing rookies. You have the BT-17 Koji, which finally came back full fruition 2 years later, and the unblockable inherent effects is now more prevalent than ever with Mastemon ACE out there. So you can just swing without worry. Dex DoruGoramon's not going to block you. Who was it? MirageGaogamon can't block you. Mastemon ACE can't block you. We got more blockers now than ever, and now the deck can finally just sidestep them, swing for game, and it's like it's unblockable. But then again, I will say to TJ's credit, he has been playing. I just feel like this is another case of like birds. We haven't seen anyone really do anything with the deck yet in English, because it's just
not even officially out yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Like,
We need more time.
I'm willing to put it in highly
let's also
competitive,
not
bro.
forget that it is blue yellow, and with that you can run
Heavens.
some yellow top ends. I've seen Venusmon teched into a couple decks. You can run
Heaven's
green-
Judgment.
You can run Heaven's Judgment
Ruin
for
mode.
minus what? It's what, 6 or is it 7 for each color?
It's 6 for each color.
6 for each color.
Yeah,
Mine's
so
8K.
you can do that 4 times because you got red, blue, and yellow in the deck.
And white, technically, if
Yep.
you use the Argomon stuff.
Yeah,
All right.
and on top of that, you can run the Shine Burst Mode Ace. Shine Burst Mode Ace plays any tamer.
You can go in the ruin mode too.
And you can run Ruin Mode.
Okay, then I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Can Blue Hybrid beat MachineDramon?
Yes.
Yeah,
How?
you're faster.
You're faster, you go wider, you bounce security.
You can chip them down with rookies.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I still think this shit is 1.5, but that's just me.
So
That,
I
that's
think
fair.
You
my-
are allowed to have a wrong opinion.
Fair enough.
So here's my take on it. I think time is like a really good point that was made. In my opinion, that's the best point that was made. Not just for there's not enough, like we haven't had enough time with the deck, so people aren't seeing how good it is. I think the same thing works on the other side of the equation. I think the moment there's more time, people are also going to be able to adjust to the playstyle a bit better too. I do think, like, I agree with one side where it's like it is in highly competitive, but I disagree that it's like, top 3 or something. Because to TJ's point, I mean, if I'm sitting across from a Mirage player, I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have trouble just playing the game. If I'm sitting across from Blue Hybrid and they are like, okay, Terrans are stuck in security, they're not seeing them yet, so they gotta take a turn or two using Stravimons and shit. It's like, I feel like I could still outspeed them with just how fast the game is now, and it doesn't really feel as threatening unless they get the full nut draw off rip. But if they don't have it within the first 2 turns, it feels a lot less threatening, because I think one of the main points for why it's so good is that full stop, no matter what, AncientGarurumon is a tier 1 boss monster. Like that, it's awesome. Like Spider-Man said, you could just draw a card by effect and your opponent loses a security for it. That's insane. But getting there, I feel like unlike old Blue Hybrid, this new Blue Hybrid is just way more piece reliant now. And I love the fact that it is unblockable. So it's like, okay, Magna X, eat your heart out. But again, if they don't get it within those first 2 turns or so, they're kind of stuck trying to set up tamers and whatnot on turns 3 and 4. And any other deck within tier 1 or even tier 1.5 in some cases are already just fully set up and are like, okay, you just gave me another card from security, appreciate that anyways, and they're just gonna keep on going. So I think it goes in tier 1, just not within the top 3 or so. I would probably put it maybe tied with Magna X. I don't know if it's right above or right below, but that's just my 2 cents on it.
And another thing is we just now have so much trash interaction and just tamer interaction. Like, fucking the new Lucemon Chaos Mode can pop tamers. Fucking GrandKabuterimon ACE can pop tamers. Quartz just fucking, you can't unsuspend anything. What else? Everything has protection now. Well, not everything, but the majority of things have protection. You can't even. It can't even.
Things have protection.
So funny enough, I think even if it does have protection, like we talked about with Pulse earlier, Boutmon kind of just sits there and is like, "Go on, I'm the only mon out. I dare you to go in Ancient Garu. Give me a 6, please." Little things like that.
It can't even touch Tyrant, in my opinion. AncientGarurumon can beat Tyrant.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can redirect it though, multiple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And bot deck it, so you can't
Okay.
trigger the on deletions.
So I'll just go smaller. I go wider.
I mean,
You go
I
smaller,
don't know.
you go wider. You have, again, Heaven's Judgment.
Heaven's
And-
Judgment.
You have the other blue removal options. What's it?
Great Maelstrom.
You have the Great Maelstrom, which you benefit off
Heavy
of
Mirror
because
Impact.
you want the sources. And then you also have the Full Moon. Is it Full Moon?
Mirror Impact.
Yeah.
You have
I
Ice
will
Wall.
say that is true. I think while that stuff can happen, if we're going like percentage wise for Tyrant versus Ancient, like just just that matchup, I don't know, man. Like once Tyrant's out and everything, and they play a Grand Coup Ace and Koji goes away, if it was like one of your few only tamers, I see what TJ means with the multiple redirects. So they can just set up again pretty
Bro,
fast.
If you delete the tamer, you
I'm
can
a-
get it back off of the Ancient Garurumon.
I'ma speak like I'ma just tell you, right, what is the usual hybrid play, right? You digivolve into something in the back, right? Unless it's like a Ukomon for like one, you're usually digivolving into like a Lobo or a fucking, or you're hard playing a tamer, right? For 3 or 4. You're passing over 3 memory, right? Like, let's say Tyrant, for example. Tyrant literally goes like fucking rookie, champion, ultimate. And they're already at the point where I guess if you do the Ancient Garuru stuff and you swing, it'll die. And then now you have to deal with like 2 to 3 bodies out that can't be affected by Digimon effects. Because after you do the Lobo play, even if you do the Koji, the Tyrant will blow itself up. You could play another tamer, but then okay, I'm Tyrant. I'ma just like swing. I'ma hit weak security because I'm just stronger, and then I'ma just go into Tyrant, play out a fucking Grand Coup and pop the Koji. Now what are you doing? I guess you could play the option to get it back.
You're forgetting the options that are also. You can swing over the numbers in security because you're bigger, but you're not immune to options.
But you're always going to see those options. You're always going to see the Heaven's Judgment. You're always going to see the Crimson Blaze.
They have the draw power to see all of their pieces, and you're saying if they're always going to see this, but you could say the same thing
Well, of course.
Tyrant.
But then now we're getting into semantics, because now you're saying that you could you could just option me, but then I'm saying you're always going to have the option. It's just like a never-ending conversation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, every deck has an out to each deck.
Of course.
If we just watch how Japan's ancient guard players dealt with Tyrant, that'll just shed more light on that. But there's some Tyrant can just burn. That's gonna be one scenario. Ancient can burn. That can be another scenario. If these things happen.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is you can beat it. It really just depends on who's faster at the end of the day, from my experience. And I think Tyrant isn't as piece reliant, but it is expensive, if you feel me.
I get what you're saying. I honestly think, and I'm going to just end off here because we can go all night. I honestly think that Imperial is a spookier matchup now as opposed to Ancient Garuru. Because one,
of course,
you can't run it over anymore because of the option, which was like the only way to out it. And two, they can literally just strip and bot deck all of your like hybrid stuff, and you can't even threaten like a ace, right? Even fucking that Gallantmon like option, right? Don't you have to play like level 5 or higher and then they digivolve into Gallant?
Yeah.
Even that's like a
No,
counter.
they can digivolve into another.
Okay.
I mean,
It's
let me
just
put it like
not
this.
as spooky, and just I'm not saying it's not good. It's good. It's just not as spooky as everything else. Like I would rather if you hatch a Wanya and then digivolve into a Starabi, I'm breathing like so much relief. I'm breathing like, thank God it's not Mirage. Like literally, okay, this is doable. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sweating. Like if you hatch a Sunamon and it's black, I'm like, fuck, it's Nume.
Alright. I get that. I'm just saying this. I just hope you don't get put in your place by an Ancient Guard player.
We'll see. We'll see. Right now, I'm not like.
The meta's fresh. The meta's new.
We'll see. I don't know. I just think like it's fine. I don't know. I'll put it at the end of highly competitive, bro. But I don't know. I'm gonna need more from like ancient than just Japanese. No, I need more than just the Japanese meta because they only play best of one. Best of one is like
I'm saying watch the English format.
Yeah, that's gonna matter more because I mean everybody's always talking about, and this is just like a side rant. Everybody's always talking about Japanese meta this, Japanese meta that. Best of one is entirely different from best of three. They may play they play 7 rounds, but it's only really 7 games they're playing that day. We have to play like fucking upwards to 15 fucking games. And you're telling me you can see
20 games.
Yeah, you can see all of your shit 20 games, dog? And insanity, dog. Remember when fucking Mario's Gaming World saw that Grand Kawagamon promo, the one of Grand Kawagamon promo 20 times? Insanity, dog. It's insanity. Anyway, Chaosmon, bro. Where we at with Chaosmon?
What are you talking? No,
I thought this was Omnimon ACE.
Oh, that's Omnimon ACE. Oh, that is Omnimon ACE. What are we doing about the Omnimon deck? Kind of look like Chaosmon a little bit.
Is Joe still here?
Joe fell asleep.
The hybrid talk probably put him to sleep.
True.
Are we done with that shit?
Yeah, we're done. We're done with the hybrid talk. Go ahead.
Omnimon ACE. Yeah,
I mean, someone needs to do something with this because I don't understand what I'm supposed to do 3 games with this deck yet. So,
swear to God.
Yeah. Someone else put it somewhere. I'm gonna be honest. You
slam one mega, you go into the other mega, you jawbreast, you fuck them up.
Yup.
Okay.
Let's just put it in playable and keep it fucking moving, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. Put it right next to Greymon. Just put it right above or next to Greymon.
Yeah, because from what it looks like Extreme Sports Devas right now. It's like 7. Nah, I'm gonna just max that out.
I like decks like that though, where it's like, fucking, I'm gonna put you to 10, deal with me, bitch. I like decks like that.
Yeah. It's gonna become Omni stuff because they can all go on Omnimon. It's gonna be some weird. Someone's gonna do something, and once they show me something to do with it that works for 3 games, I'll actually be interested. But right now,
you get to play my favorite game with that deck though. The phone is ringing. Answer me.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm not putting them down.
Because
I'm not putting down a metal.
That's
I was not built for this.
Doesn't the Matt and Ty let you attack at the end of turn with Omni?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you also use the old Matt and Ties, all people doing too, so they just swing to another check. Yeah, bro.
I'm thinking people can cook with it. It's a deck where you just gotta like let it simmer for a little bit, right?
I haven't been able to cook yet.
It's kind of like
it's looking like new alternates.
Pulse, and my brain hasn't been turned off from Pulse.
It's kind of like making oxtail. It's kind of like making oxtail versus making like instant ramen, bro. Like Numemon is instant ramen. You put that shit in for 5 minutes, bam, you can eat. Oxtail, you're gonna have to let that shit simmer for like 6 hours. We got Dex DoruGoramon. Where we at?
My boy. So my snap reaction, this is probably right above Davis. I think it's gonna be like within the top 2 or 3 or 1.5. It's definitely a deck that has consistent tamer removal just on the boss monster. And then on top of that, just even in testing, you could just safely swing with like level 4s and 5s so long as you have the Dex variant in the trash. Having deletion protection from the trash is just, it's been really cool. It's like all right, I'll do collision, you know, force you to block, and all right, I'm just not gonna die. I'm just gonna protect myself from that, and then start activating your level 6 stuff too. Especially for Dex himself, being able to de-Digivolve 3 and then wipe the board of all your lowest level Digimon, which is likely going to be the case if you de-Digivolve 3 one of them. That's just really good. And then of course, I think both 6s can unsuspend once they delete a Digimon as well. The only real challenge is making sure you have the tamers out pretty early on your side, so you can be able to mind link to them and everything. With the Dorugon from BT-17, that should be easy enough. And then even that gives you protection because you can only leave the battlefield by deletion only, which you don't mind. Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, I think the main difference maker for whether or not it's gonna sneak into the end of Tier 1 or stay in 1.5 are the different builds. And me and Fossil were talking about this. There's like black base, which is traditional DoruGora, and then there's like purple base, which is honestly mostly SOC good stuff, but just with a DoruGora focused top end. And then I think there's one more build where you kind of mix them and you try to do the original Dex thing with Ryu Senji and stuff. There's like, and I think East even had a video on this where there were like 5 different Dex DoruGoramon builds, and all of them are actually pretty clean. I would say this is just a really cool anti-meta deck once you learn how to like play with it effectively. And being in black, you get options like Breath of the Gods and stuff, so most of the blue decks that are going to be in Tier 1, you could kind of just start ignoring the moment you time that correctly. So yeah, especially just being able to Digivolve for free just because you block. Like, I mean, we were just talking about how Boutmon's kind of like low-key toxic, because it's like, oh, you tried to remove me? All right, I'm going to just be a 6 now. So yeah. And then the Dorugen Tamer, like, funny enough, I was testing against AncientGarurumon, that literally wouldn't be the game, because it's like, all right, I'm just gonna kill everything. All right, I win. Like, yeah, DoruGoramon's a lot of fun.
I don't know if I would put it up that high, but I'll leave it there, because, I mean, I gave fucking AncientGarurumon a shot. I'm willing to give Dex DoruGoramon a shot. I just think it's very...
It's a good tier 1, tier 1.5 deck.
Yeah. It's perfect. It's great, but it's kind of like BlackWarGrey. It reminds me a lot of BlackWarGrey, where it's like it has the tools to fuck up everything. You just gotta see those tools, kind of like Greymon.
Yeah,
so.
That's a really good way of putting it, actually. Because once your trash is what you need it to be, you're it's
ready.
Like, oh, you're golden. You're so golden.
Yeah, you just gotta set up your trash. Maybe we gotta run that fucking.
I forgot who said it, but I think someone said it like this. The problem with the deck is like there's a lot of micro decisions that you have to make constantly while you're playing it, and each micro decisions might lose you the game.
It's kind of like Hunters a little bit in that way.
Like not
little.
Like,
that's what happens when you dip into purple.
Yeah.
Purple comes with micro decisions.
It's like, oh, I should have Digivolved in the 4 race instead of playing my Tamer. That could make you lose a game.
You gotta play perfectly for 20 games, bro.
Play perfectly. Honestly, I think to Spider-Man's point, I think it's like you gotta make sure you play your first 3 turns perfectly, and it sets the entire pace for the rest of the game, no matter who you think is ahead or not. Because even when I was just testing the deck, I'm like, all right, do I unlink now or do I keep it linked? And something as simple as that turns the tide in my favor, or just everything completely falls apart. Exactly. And I think now, to that point though, I think there are cards that kind of go out of the DoruGoramon line, like the BT-17 MegaDramon, that kind of help with those decisions, because now it's like, okay, Digivolve search, all right, there's a tamer that I don't have to link, I could just slide it under immediately. And now you even have a inheritable that just de-Digivolves for free. So it's like, oh, you're sitting there with the 5 ready to blast me. Okay, well now you don't, and you're still going to be forced to block and I can pierce through you, right? And then on the other end, deck building wise, I mean, it's still a conversation of, do you go X antibody or do you go protoform? Because even little things like that could make or break your round 1 without you even realizing the weight that decision has. So I think once the deck is like solved, it's going to prove the placement here, but I don't know. I personally see the vision for that, so I'm pretty confident that it should be like within the upper echelon of tier 1.5 and not in like the melting part side. But because of all of that, it also doesn't break the tier 1 glass ceiling just yet. So I think it's good there.
All right.
And all in all, the competitive hits don't really bring us.
Of course. All right, red hybrid. Let me just move this.
All right, back to you,
Let's be
Spider-Man.
specific. Let's be specific. Ancient Grey.
AncientGarurumon.
There are going to be there's going to be some loyalists still running Greymon because there are two different decks with two different purposes.
Okay, let's say then I can add Emperor Grey.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
For all intents and purposes, let's just say that Ancient Greymon will be the definitive deck of red hybrids for this format.
Okay. And
That being said,
uh-huh.
I think Ancient Greymon is a fantastic deck. The only reason why I think that AncientGarurumon is kind of better than it is because in the event you play like a red hybrid versus blue hybrid mirror, you kill AncientGarurumon, it'll get all of its effects. You bounce Ancient Greymon, it loses that effect. It kind of like, you see what I'm saying, in the edge.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like blue is kind of more, advantageous than red because red requires a lot of setup. You can have like what was that new Takuya? If you have if your opponent has a Digimon out, gain a memory.
Yeah.
At a certain main phase. They just gave Koji a tamer, and both the Kojis gained memory when the cards are added to their hand. So I think like in terms of like turboing out and going for game, I just felt like Ancient is good. It's really good as a really good mid-range deck because it kind of went away from chipping away with the rookies and then just making these big making this big like DP sec check monster that just swings for all the fences. Now it's more like I'll do 2 checks and I'll bounce, kill your guy. I'll come back next turn and do the same thing again. And I might go into Omni, I might go into the room, but you never know. But now I feel like with Ancient Grey, the biggest benefit of it all is that the old Ancient Grey can now definitively OTK you if they see it. They can just, if there's no sack bombs, that it will kill you because you do a Flamon, a Goonie promo, Burning Greymon. That's already 4 checks right there.
Yeah.
You promote, swing, go into the new Aguni, which will warp you into the new Ancient for 1 memory, and you just did 5 checks, and you Omni for game. And that's 1 turn.
I think it's like I get what you're saying. I see it as like and this is kind of like with even AncientGarurumon in a way. It's literally they just buffed BT4 decks kind of, you know what I mean? Because it's not really it's not even really like you could use the Kojis, but that Koji where it fucking does the warp is really for Magna. So, and vice versa for the Emperor Grey. Like, we really just I don't know. Red can brick, right? Red is the color of bricks. So I want to say like top of competitive, maybe a little bit better than Dex DoruGoramon, or maybe worse because Dex DoruGoramon can fade deletion.
I was gonna probably put it above Agumon. Just all things considered, because it is still red hybrid. There are 2 separate lists, like Spider-Man said, but like, hey, you could still just get atomic. You can still get atomic infernoed. You can still just watch your security belt away, and then no security bombs can happen because of that Agumon, things like that.
I'll never forget that time I hit 2 atomic infernos out of security.
Yeah, and they gave the deck what was it? Piercing,
and Raid.
That's a tamer,
Yeah, I also gave it Raid. Yep. that burning gray, I think when you swing, you can activate Raid first and then do your climb to Ancient Gray, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. You can do it.
So yeah, you could. That's crazy.
That's fucking cracked.
That's actually cracked.
Just,
yeah, I would put it above a Budamon.
Just out of curiosity, real quick, Spider-Man, what would you put the Emperor Greymon variant?
Lower. Only because Emperor kind of takes that you got subject trash. Emperor cares more about your trash than Ancient. And Ancient just want to see, hey, you got Burning and Fury. All right, go into me. I'm done. I'll come back. You can drop me off the option card for 4. Emperor is like, I gotta get 5 hybrids in my trash as fast as possible, or I gotta ramp up the line and pop. But it's like, it's worse. I will put probably the Emperor version in playable.
Okay. Alright, so let's move on because it's getting late. Melga, we're gonna put it what? Playable?
Alright, go ahead, Dread Joker, take it away.
Hey, what is this?
Lower.
Melga.
Lower than Omni. Lower than Omni.
I want to say Melga. I would love to defend Melga, but I can't. There's just better blue
Aces
dogs.
killed the deck.
There's better blue dogs, or yeah, you can't safely swing. You're better off just going with taking the 5s out the deck and just going with a Gabumon list with the BT-17 Melga packed in because you can warp into it.
Like playable then?
So, yeah, so what we're saying, I guess, is Melga is literally, I was going to say right below Omni, it's literally both sides of Omni. The War Gray is right above it, the right hand or left hand, and then Melga's the other. It's literally like that.
That's funny, I guess. Lore accurate tier list, dog.
Lore. Where else do you get lore
accurate tier list, bro? What are we feeling about Shine? I wish Jared was here. I think Shine is competitive, bro. I don't know. People hate this fucking. People hate fucking Shine in America, dog. Shine is like, I get it.
People don't hate Shine. People don't hate Shine no more.
They don't hate Shine no more.
No, who's hating Shine right now when Raj is right there?
I don't know, man. That hatred, you're telling me that hatred for Shine was not strong, bro.
In the same breath. You don't have to pick one or the other.
Yeah. I don't know.
Look.
People were spitting bile at Shine, dog.
Hate Shine is because Shine is like a fucking cockroach. It's just never going away. Every time a yellow Tabor comes out, it's like, oh, I can put that in Shine. Anytime some yellow vaccine support comes out, oh wait, Shine's a vaccine. I can put that in Shine.
It's not wrong.
So it's
all
not
I'm saying is,
it's not that Mirage is a better deck. It's that Shine is just too resilient to go away.
I guess people still have some Shine trauma from getting like high roll by them when the deck first came out, and because it's never going away, it's like it just sticks with them.
Oh no, I remember first thing I did as Red Hybrid, I swung my first check. It was just a flame on. I hit Marcus and I was like, damn, I just lost, huh?
Yep.
Because I literally set him up for turn 2.
Yeah, I put Shine like somewhere tied with Blue Flare, I guess, like either like above or below Pulse, maybe? I don't know. I would agree it's been competitive.
I would say it's probably below RagnaLord.
Below Ragnar?
Okay, I can see that, yeah. I mean, yeah.
You could do that, yeah.
Alright, Diaboromon.
Yo, Jex tier, easy.
Jex tier, easy. I mean, honestly, Diabora is like...
I think it could be competitive.
It's competitive. It's definitely competitive.
Yeah.
If you don't run the clock stuff and instead just run the EX6,
Like Diaboromon good stuff.
The Diaboromon good stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you just start spamming buys out that they can't stop, yeah, Diaboromon can just run away with it.
And they got that.
Every time you play a body, you de-Digivolve.
Yeah, that's insane.
They got that one eye.
And
My stat got deleted. I'll play a token.
and then they got one of the best like aces.
Yeah.
Diaboromon ACE is still really good. You just
a hell of a
de-Digivolve
drug.
something and pop it.
What is that? What is that option
So I
that lets
guess-
you all your shit with blocker or reboot or something get security attack +1?
It's like
Cyclone.
Beast
Beast Cyclone, yeah.
Beast Cyclone, yeah.
There you go. There's some tech for you. Look up Beast Cyclone, folks, if you didn't know about it already. If you're playing Diaboromon.
So I guess Diaboromon goes like in what, mid to low competitive, and then the Flavor Flav version is somewhere in Keep It At Locals, I'm guessing.
Basically.
The Flavor version.
The clock, yeah.
Yeah, the clock, yeah. You know what Diaboromon needs? It needs a fucking memory setter. That's all it really kind of needs. Is it going above
An errata memory setter would fix so many issues.
Yeah, it just can't get memory like that. Where should we put it?
The fact that they're still using Izzy as their memory tamer.
Yeah.
What? 12 sets later?
It's fucking crazy.
Do we put this above Bunnies or Gallant?
Oh, this shit can outspeed Bunnies 100%. Like, without a fucking doubt. Only reason I don't want to put it too far above Bunnies because Biomon has access to Crimson Blaze, and that just makes Diaboromon cry.
Yeah.
Alright, we got Tyrannomon. We just
EX8 waiting room.
Yeah, EX8 waiting room. Put it down there. Alright, we got Pulsemon.
Eosmon's another roach. It's just never going anywhere.
Yeah,
I think it's at
I put it in playable.
I put it at the very
Only
top of
reason
playable.
why-
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it in playable. It's a really good deck, and it will just go off. It's just they need more oomph now that the Impmon got the EX6 Beelzemon is really good, like insanely good now, but like they just need some more consistency.
Yeah.
Roach tier.
Roach tier.
Roach tier for sure.
What was I about to say? If you were starting the game, if you're starting the game with Pulsemon, if you're starting Digimon, play Pulsemon. That's like the most beginner friendly fucking deck, in my opinion.
And it can still take people's kneecaps.
Kneecaps. I mean, Bunnies is to an extent, but you kind of need to learn like fucking.
Bunnies is not beginner friendly.
You need to learn. Management, dog. you need to do resource management a little bit with Bunnies. Pulsemon, you can get a lot of shit back with just purple good stuff cards. Tyrant is very interesting. There's two versions of Tyrant. There's U-Bricked version of Tyrant, and you saw the line version of Tyrant. The U-Bricked version of Tyrant is at Keep It At Locals, and when you see the entire line and it sticks, it's like the best fucking deck in the game. But I'll put it.
It's like Gotcha Green, baby.
Yeah, it's like Gotcha Green, baby. I would say it's like.
I would put it above Sovereigns.
Yeah, I would put it like.
Yeah.
It's fighting with the other three.
Yeah.
It really struggles against Demon Lords. That's the worst. If you see them motherfuckers hatch like the Gate of the Seven Sins, you kind of just lose. Because that deck is all options. Like, I can handle...
like, on paper, you would think it's all the Demon Lords effects, so you're like, oh, I'm immune to Digimons, but then the options just keep hitting. It's just hit after hit, and you're like, oh.
No, yeah.
Oh, right, it is purple, huh?
It is purple,
okay.
bro. Like, I'm a swing security, Binding Crush. Fuck. Alright, I'm a swing security again, another Tyrant's deck. Alright, Rivals Barrage. Damn, well, you hit one of my fucking Tyrants out of security, so I only got one left, and I'm gonna just scoop. Your best bet is just to go rookie spam and just swing at the motherfucker rookie, dude. And pray. You gotta really know that matchup. Angels, I don't know, playable. Like, I like Dominimon and all that, but like.
Actually, yeah, Spider-Man, where did you put this? Because I remember you kind of started to put the chat on into Dominimon. But I really do think that's a good card, but.
It's a good card, but everything else is just better. Yeah. Everything else is just better, dude.
It's really just Magna better, yeah. Is it above the Omnimon Wargreymon stuff?
Oh, 100%. Well,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know
so
if it's better than Pulsemon,
right below
though.
Fields?
The only thing...
Maybe right below.
It's still a yellow vaccine deck, and yellow vaccine has the most consistent engine to date.
And they could just remove the bills with fucking the Argomon very easily. They have just ways to get rid of their stuff very easily. BlackWarGrey, we talk about this all the time. We're just going to leave it in tier 1.5 for now. It's like, it's the textbook rogue deck, bro. Hey, what's up, Fossil Lord? Kind of late, but whatever. It's the textbook.
Winning a pre-release.
Ooh, you won?
When the pre-release.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about.
He won a pre-release. Take his opinion with high consideration.
Take his opinion with high
Yes,
consideration. Yeah,
All right,
man.
bet. Fossil Lord, where do you think Sakuyamon goes then?
That goes to locals.
That goes to local.
Is it better than Argomon Alliance and Ravemon?
I don't know how Argomon plays, but I know it's better than Rave because of all the.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I agree. I think it goes above those decks, especially because I think Invalidation plugin or whatever just stops with Digivolving.
Yeah.
Alright, how we feel about Leomon? We only got 5 more left. Let's knock this out.
Yes. I believe it's incompetitive. The new Leomon X is actually more disgusting than I thought it'd be. Just Inheritable Recover 1 is cool, but the fact that it has Indomitable and Blocker so long as Leomon is below it, and it just negs something by 3, gives it that extra DP threshold that it needed, that the Leomon and Leomon you would normally have to rely on for, and then it just starts bot decking everything Numemon loves and cherishes. It could just de-digivolve Imperialdramon. You just gotta time it right though, because you could get your sources stripped. But yeah, no, Leomon, I think I've said this before, but it mostly just loses to blue. If it's not blue or something that has protection from Digimon effects, you're gonna have a pretty good time.
Alright, now we got a
great equalizer in this game.
Vmon armor. Where we at?
Oh, the blue base?
Blue base, yeah.
Joe
probably sleep, bro.
Dread Joker. Yeah.
I would say it's
Top of 1.5.
top of 1.5. I think that's being a little too generous.
Bro, we got FenriLoogamon, bro. I'm not letting.
Dog, you can't just say dog, we got FenriLoogamon for your reason, bro.
FenriLoogamon and Digimon Gaming, peace out, bro.
We got Flamedramon.
I'm not gonna lie, that new FenriLoogamon actually is pretty cracked though. You just raid into something and they lose the security for it. Like, it's kind of like one of the main reasons why we were saying AncientGarurumon's good, except it's on a level 4 who's swinging safely. That is pretty good.
And it has armor
perk. It still suffers from all of the issues that armor has in the past.
And you don't see a rookie.
It got a new armor. Don't get me wrong. I'll give credit to FlameDramon, but it didn't get anything else. It's still just armor.
So would you put it like below Ancient Grey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think below Ancient Grey is cool because like it still has the armor perk to protect against Demon Lord shenanigans. So yeah, that's fair.
You still get protection from everything in the game once it gets to the top end. I mean, you know.
This is FenriLoogamon right here. I just put the new level 7. Yeah, Fenri. I just put the new level 7 there.
Well, aren't they separate decks?
No.
You can
Nope.
I
They're
don't.
kind of integrated with each other a bit, I guess.
You run the new 7 in Fenri.
That's how you get that turn 2 OTK, man. Remember that video that was going around for a while?
Yeah, you can use the new you can use the new level 7 in Pulse as a deck or in Fenri as a deck. They support both really, and you get a new.
In Dexter.
You could, yeah, that's technically true.
That is true.
And I think they basically just reprinted AG exactly the same, except he's also a memory setter now.
Yeah,
literally.
Instead of the other.
I would put it like.
And Ryu said you could gain you stuff.
I would put it above Tyrant.
That's fair.
Because I think
It
Fenri.
is still Fenri.
Yeah, it's Fenri. They can hit reasonably hard, but like they can get walled out by just a lot. It's kind of like rough. MachineDramon. I honestly think MachineDramon is say like top of playable. Well, no, it's right below Pulsemon. Oh yeah, it's right below Pulsemon. MachineDramon is just doing MachineDramon things. The new collision is nice. Having collision is nice.
Dude, yeah. And actually, don't you get support in EX7 as well? With the I think there's something in the Beelstar line that helps you, right? It's like a Gigadramon or something.
Oh, the new Giga, yeah.
It
Does
gives
it?
you collision as an inheritable, like
Really? I forgot about
Oh,
that.
so does the trains.
and the trains do. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I love the trains.
Mm-hmm.
The trains are awesome.
You should make a train deck. How about
I'm
Crossheart?
actually planning on it.
Choo choo choo.
Choo choo.
I'm the mobile heavy motherfucker.
Hell yeah! All right, you heard it
Last
here.
but not least.
Lost Train, get on it. We
Oh.
believe in you. The namesake, come on.
Shout out to Lost Train.
Right.
All right, last
Shout
but
out
not
to Lost
least.
Train.
Crossheart. I'm real with you. It's like either right behind Chaosdramon or at the top of Playable.
I can give it the top of playable. I think Pulsemon is a little faster, but yeah, I can give it to the top of playable.
There's
Yeah, I
just
think
way
that's
too
a
many things that
pretty
fuck
solid.
it up, and the fact that it doesn't have an ace, a consistent ace, it's not ready yet.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, this is the tier list. Sorry it
If you
took
don't
so
like it, you're
long.
wrong.
Wow, sorry it
Correct.
took so long. If this video gets 50 likes, I'll play Bloom Lord at the next regional. How about that? In top.
You know. Interestingly enough, where would you put Bloomlord right now?
I'm gonna keep that thought to myself until I top that regional.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The Bloom Lord propaganda.
I
I think all in all, this is a pretty solid list. I like the
think
top
this is
five.
legit.
1.5 ordering is pretty cool.
1.5 just
Yeah.
gets bigger every year, bro. I swear to God.
Sort of. God.
It's like 1.5 is literally just.
Every set a new deck comes out. Like 5 new decks come out of every set.
True.
I need to just stop making new archetypes, dude.
Stop making new decks.
Man.
Support the old shit. Come
Yeah,
on.
man, come on, dude. I had to drop so much, bro, from this list from last time. I didn't even put in the original version of this list. I didn't even put fucking sovereigns. Oh shit, I'm missing Grace Nova.
Oh wait, I was just about to
Yeah,
say.
oh,
You
damn
know,
it.
Grace Nova and like the, I guess, top of competitor.
Top of competitive, bro.
That's fair.
Yeah, top of competitive. Why not? Fuck it, right below Vmon
People
armor.
slept on Grace Nova, didn't realize, start of your opponent's turn, they could DNA into Grace Nova, Magna X won't have protection, all that good stuff, and you just go to town.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Grace Nova, if you can stick him, man, or them, I should say,
Mhm.
it could really lock a person out of the game, bro.
Exactly.
I think
Even
people-
if they have like a dragon mode out and try to fighter mode ace because your DNA digivolving by effect, it's not like they're gonna have more sources than you. Like
Yeah, it's Grace
you
Nova,
probably
bro.
just exactly. You just probably degen like 3 or 4 times during your turn. You probably have like 8 sources by that
And you
point.
probably tuck some fucking alliance pieces or legend arm pieces along the way as well. So who knows, right?
You could.
Yeah, you sure could.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the tier list. Like we said before,
Like
this
you're
is not.
wrong.
Nah, man, this is not an end all be on. Don't take
Yes,
our
it
word
is.
as fucking
Yes,
gospel.
it is.
Oh, yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
Argue with us.
Never mind. Don't argue with us.
We
We're
are the best.
we're
This is the undisputed best BT-17 tier list for a reason.
of
Come on,
all
Cap,
time.
let's hear you say it. Say it.
It's the
Say
undisputed
it.
best BT-17 tier list of all time. Every other tier list is
Yeah.
incorrect.
Oh, captain by captain. That's what I'm talking about.
Why are people putting Pulse in fucking tier 4? Like, are you
Honestly.
kidding me? Have you not read Bountmon, dog? He literally says, if you try to deal with me, I win. Are you fucking
It
kidding
is
me?
really funny.
Alright. That's going to end the stream. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care. Peace.
Like and subscribe.